Drills Talk, episode 140. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 3 reasons to ask, who am I trying to impress? This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled Status. Who are we trying to impress? Most of the time, it's not us. We're trying to impress this person, that person. We're trying to impress people we don't know. We're trying to impress people we do know. Why are we trying to do this? Because of status, right? That's one reason. But another reason is we tend to put the expectations of ourselves on the back burner and gravitate towards the expectations of society or others. But we need to feel like this more days than we feel like that. Let's discuss.
Yo, Drills.
Created by the great wizard of the new world.
Drills Talk, episode 140. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 3 reasons to ask, who am I trying to impress? But before we get started, please like, subscribe, show your love however you would like to show your love. Here we're on entrepreneurship/mindset motivation channel. Every Monday, we have a new blog. Every Wednesday, we have a new Drills Talk. Thank you for joining me. Hit that subscribe button. Stick with me. Let's get started. Number 1. Number 1 is status. I touched on this in the beginning, in the intro, but what type of status? Economic status, religious status, social status. We look for it all. We listen to it all. And it kind of gets us all kind of messed up because we're religious. We're kind of guilted into things and guilted into doing the right thing. And that may not be the right motivation for us. We may be doing good. It may be working out for us, but the motivation behind it is a negative based, right? We're doing this so we don't go to hell, right? Or we're doing this so, we're looking good in God's eyes. And that motivation can get us to do a lot of things or go a lot of directions and down on many roads that we have no business going down. And we're doing it because of religious thoughts or religious status, either telling us to do this or us seeking that status within whatever religion we're in. Economic status, of course, you see people online and they have all this money. And if you know them in real life, they probably don't have as much, right? So why do they have money online and then not so much in real life? It's because of a economic status that they're chasing. Faking it until you make it can work, but we tend to want the economic status without doing the work to get the economic status. And that becomes a job, right? We're working just as hard to look like we have something we don't as it would be to actually, do the work to get to where we're trying to get to. But we tend to fake it so early that we're working hard towards faking it and keeping that facade, right? That we forget that, hey, if I can just stop this and maybe be poor in the 10 to 20 people who actually paid attention to me's eyes, I can work towards really getting that economic status. And when I do obtain it, I'll see that I probably don't want everybody to know, right? I probably don't want to share that with the world. People really wonder why so many rich people are so humble or secretive. It's just like, why am I sharing this with the world? I know what I have. If I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of people who are striving for something and I know deep inside that I have it, that brings a humbleness to you. That brings a kind of, I don't need to be out there. Do I need, a multi-$1,000 watch? Do I need to wear shoes that I'm walking on the ground on that's, hovering around $1,000 a pair? You don't need to, not if you can. It's the people who can't that are doing that to look like they can do it. It just doesn't make any sense, really. But for a person who actually achieves the economic status that most of us are chasing, it just becomes an unimportant piece to prove that you have it because you do. You're going to a car that most people can't afford. You're going to a home that most people can't even imagine exists. You're living a lifestyle that people are striving for, but most never get. You're taking trips and seeing destinations that people will never see, not even in pictures. So it's just no reason to live like that, right? So be wary of people who are constantly flashing funds in your face. What are they telling you? What's their story? Are they trying to impress you to sell you something? Or are they trying to motivate you? Because if a person has money and they're trying to motivate you, very rarely would they throw in the possessions that they have. They were probably kind of focused on the work that they did, the focus it took to get where they are. So pay attention to that. Social status. Social status is something that, before online and social media was being popular, having people know you, and that has its advantages and perks, but what do they know you for? It used to be, you want to be known for good things. Now, infamy and famous is kind of like meshed in whatever people know you for is fine. And I think that's where people get into trouble. You want to be known for the right things. If you want to be an astute business person, a respected business person, how you start is going to really determine how you continue, because if something goes wrong when you're gaining momentum and you're getting more popular and maybe people notice you and maybe you're getting paid for just being yourself, being you, people are going to go back and dig. And whatever you started with or whatever mistakes you may have made then that doesn't really fit your mold now, that's going to come back up. So understand when you're chasing social status that it is a long game, one, and you have to continuously be that person that you're striving to be from the start. So if you made some mistakes, please be aware that that can come back and bite you later. So whoever you're going to be, hopefully it's an upfront person and you're famous for being upfront, famous for what your skill is and what you are giving to the world, and not something that you'll have to continue to keep up and it has nothing to do with you and it's something you're just doing to keep your status. Number two is your goals are impeded. Your goals are impeded because you are not chasing the ones you actually want to chase. So you may share that you want to be this great business person or you want to be this amazing something, whatever. That sounds good to most people. But what you really want to do and what you have in your head maybe is not looked upon as that great to others. Like say, people who aspire to be a musician or a rapper, let's just say rapper, right? And people are like, oh, you want to be a rapper? Everybody wants to be a rapper. So you stop sharing that you want to be a rapper and you start sharing that you are a guitarist or, something that kind of hides what you really want to do, but is in the same field and you can kind of, mask what you really want to do. Why are you doing that? Who cares if everyone's trying to do it? Everyone's trying to succeed in life and you're still trying to succeed. Everyone breathes air and you're still breathing air. So it's enough opportunity out there for you to do exactly what you want. And who cares if someone's looking at you in a certain way because you want to do something? If you're not proud of what you're trying to do, or maybe someone else has convinced you that what you're trying to do is maybe not the best to share, you need to reevaluate yourself, not your goal. Because in private, your goal was fine. You shared the goal and now you're second guessing. And that means there's something wrong there, not with your goal. Whatever you want to do, if it's positive and it's going to make you happy, you should do it. Don't let anybody belittle what your dream is when they have very little of a dream to show as far as what they're chasing or even accomplished. Let's keep that in mind. If what we want to do is impeded, it's because we are chasing the wrong goal. There's no way you're going to consistently chase something and get nowhere near it. We are nowhere near our goals because we're chasing other people's goals. We're chasing goals that other people feel are respectable and something that we should do with our lives. We need to live our lives for us. If you haven't started, start today, because it's way more gratifying to set a goal for yourself, make yourself happy, and then discover others who appreciate what you did. Not find people or hear people would be impressed if you did this and then go do that. And it has nothing to do with what you wanted to do. That's not how we're going to move from now on. Number three is you put others' opinions before yours. This is how we get stuck. We touched on this in number 2, right? So we're asking, who am I trying to impress? Because clearly we're not trying to impress ourselves. We could be attempting to impress somebody in the religious sector. We can be attempting to impress some socialite, or we can attempt to impress some sort of social media following that we have, whether it be, people we actually know or people who know of us and we have no idea who they are. What are we chasing? Why are we chasing that? It's not because of what we want to do. It probably started with what we wanted to do. It slowly changed to what others wanted us to do. And why is that? because we're seeking acceptance externally and not seeking acceptance internally. We feel that we've already accepted ourselves, so let's go out and get and feed off of other people's energy. But when that energy stops, then what? We're lost. So the first thing we want to do is impress ourselves. We want to be okay with who we are, the choices we made, because we deserve to get that first. And the benefit of getting that first is the external is extra. The external kudos and the external fanfare is cool, but if you didn't get it, it doesn't stop your movement. It doesn't stop how you feel about yourself. It doesn't stop your journey. And it doesn't stop you maintaining whatever you have maintained during your journey, because the external is extra. Others' opinions are just that, they're opinions. You have to live your life on a daily basis. So keep that in mind when you're asking yourself, who am I trying to impress? Is it a status thing? Is it something that you don't really want to do, but you're doing, which is really impeding your ultimate goal or your secret goal? Are you trying to impress others based on their opinions, based on society's statements as far as what's a good goal or what's a good accomplishment, what's a good career? We got to be careful with that, because really who we're trying to impress should be ourselves. And once we are there, the fanfare will come. Drills Talk, episode 140. These are the top 3 reasons to ask yourself, who am I trying to impress? Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's drills.com. Check this shit out. It's Drills.